I mean, just being real as a guy, sometimes we be thinking with the wrong head.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fill in the blanks. You know what I'm saying? We not really focusing. Okay, yeah, she look good, but what's in her? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be looking good on the outside and rotten to the core.
Okay, God, this is the leader that you've given me in my marriage. So I know I'm making the right decision by standing up at that altar and marrying you.
Okay.
You don't want to be bleeding on the person that you say you love.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you go into a relationship with, these unhealed wounds. You bleeding all over this person.
Welcome. Couples Unscripted. We are back in full effect for season 2. And we have Couples Unscripted, Couples on the Couch. We have 2 amazing people. We have the beautiful couple of Savannah and Xavier, Mr. and Mrs. Alexander. Welcome to our couch.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Y'all are the very first couple to grace the Couples Unscripted couch.
Oh.
So
it's an honor.
Such an honor.
it's an honor for us. Thank y'all so much. We're super excited to have y'all on the couch. We're super excited to dive into your relationship and to just see more about y'all. Y'all are newlyweds, freshly married.
Yeah, fresh out the box. Yeah.
Fresh out the box. And so, yeah, just tell me a little bit about you guys and your relationship and how did y'all get here? Where did y'all initially start off in your relationship? How did y'all meet?
So my wife always wants me to tell the story. I guess she likes the way I tell it. So, man, honestly, we've been circling each other our whole lives, and just kind of fate brought us together. So the initial story was, you know, I had posted a little something on my story on IG. She liked what she saw, dropped a couple of hard eyes, and I was like, okay, what's up? What you trying to do?
Brother.
And it kind of took off from there. But little did I know, like I said, we've been circling each other for years. Like, we worked at the same place at the same time.
Did y'all know each other?
Did not.
No.
So same place at the same time.
Right.
And no interaction.
No interaction. Did not know each other. Her mentor was my mom's best friend.
Oh.
No idea. I went to summer camp with her brother. I met her brother for the first time. He was like, dog, I think I know you. I was like, well, where? He's like, did you go to summer camp? I was like, I did.
And so what year was this?
Her brother? Or
Yeah, when you met at the summer camp.
Oh, man, bro. We was like 7, 8 years old.
Oh.
Yeah. It
So
goes
when
way
did
back.
y'all meet?
2023?
Yeah, 2023.
Okay, bet. We're going to get into it later.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah. So we recognize each other, you know, all that. Then she takes me to go meet her cousins and them.
Mm-hmm.
At the summer camp we worked at, I mentored one of her cousins there. So it's like I worked with the other one. So I walk in, I'm like, oh, what's up, y'all? Like it was no, I had to meet them. Like I knew them.
I know
already.
y'all, yeah. I know all y'all.
Her best friend went to my dad's church. So it was just like all of these connections. One of her best friends, I worked with her at the shout out to Future Foundation, the place where we worked. So it was just like so many connections.
Mm-hmm.
We got this matching tattoo for our, you know,
hold it up, let me see what it says.
It says God's timing.
God's timing.
Which you know, we're gonna get into later. But like the tattoo artist, I went to middle school with him. She went to high school with him.
Right, like
so it's like we've only known each other for real for about 2.5 years at this point.
Yeah.
But we've always been in orbit.
Yeah. So there's been a legit 6 degrees of separation in regards to y'all connection, and you definitely feel like it's faded in some degree.
Most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely.
So in the beginning, y'all was always around each other, didn't formally meet. So how did that process go when y'all finally like met? Who, like, you slid in his DM, but like,
so like she gave me the basketball and I shot the shot.
Oh, nice.
You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
She saw what she wanted, but she a lady about it.
Oh.
And so look, I think that's important right there, Savannah.
You know what I'm saying?
So is that true, Savannah? So did you see?
I did.
Like what you saw?
I
and
did.
you like?
I feel like a lot of times, as ladies, I think we play too hard to get too many times.
Okay.
I look, as they say, we're not getting any younger.
Mm-hmm.
And as he says, I did send hard eyes and I saw what I wanted and I went after it.
She seen me. She liked me. And she want me. She told me it could be the easy way or the hard way. The choice was mine.
Hey.
I chose the easy way.
And it's been good ever since.
Hey.
Bliss.
I love that. I love that. So yeah, so you sent the shot, you shot the shot, great assist, you know. And
hey, Jason Kidd, John Stockton. Insert your favorite point guard right here.
No, that's beautiful. So early on in a relationship, all right, y'all, before y'all even met each other, let's take a step back and figure out, all right, what defined y'all? Like, what made y'all, what was it that drew you to like, hey, this is the type of relationship I want? Like, how was your upbringing? How did it play a part into like you deciding like, hey, this person is the person for me? What qualities that did Savannah possess and Xavier, what quality did Xavier possess for you, Savannah?
I think for me, I went based off of past experiences. I think so many times I tolerated so much in relationships that I just genuinely did not have to tolerate. So after finally realizing like I'm worth more than this, I don't have to keep dealing with the same type of person. I think so many times we're quick to blame the other person in relationships, but we have to be mindful that we're also the common denominator in every single relationship that went wrong. So I started to take accountability in said relationships. I took the time to actually focus on me, to grow, to develop, to get closer with God. And I told God, I was like, look, another relationship is not for me. Until you send me the person that I'm meant to be with, it's not meant for me. And then next thing you know, here he is. And I think when we first even just from our first conversations, just the fact that he was able to hold a conversation, he knew how to communicate. He actually took the time to listen. I remember there was one time my job sent me to another state to work for a month. He sent me flowers on my birthday. Mind you, we hadn't even been dating that long, but it was just the fact that he remembered the small things. He knew how to communicate, and I could genuinely enjoy the conversations I was having with him. I was like, yeah, this is definitely gonna go somewhere.
Nice. I love it. And so, what was her qualities that really drew you to her?
Just her heart, man. Like, she's a beautiful woman on the outside, but like I fell in love with who she was on the inside. And I think a lot of times I had been in previous relationships, or I mean, just being real as a guy, we be thinking with the wrong head. You know, fill in the blanks. You know what I'm saying? We're not really focusing. Okay, yeah, she look good, but what's in her? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be looking good on the outside and rotten to the core. You feel what I'm saying? So I think for me, I fell in love with her inner beauty.
Nice. Just
the heart that she has, just very compassionate. And that, you know, she feared God, man. Like, I think that was something that I was ignoring in previous relationships. Was, all right, yeah, I'm just trying, you look good, but like, who in you? You know what I'm saying? And God wasn't present. And I think that's a lot of situations why, you know, I was in before didn't work out. Because that part wasn't there. And I was always raised to look for God in the people that you associate yourself with. And I kind of was just like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, I'm gonna move how I want to move. Like, I'm grown, I can do what I want to do. But then you come back and you realize, like, that's why the Bible say, train up a child in the way he should go. You feel me? And when he get old, he won't depart. Because that's so true. When it's like you instill certain values and certain ways of doing things, it's like you start to peep like, dang, everybody in the world don't have the same morals and values. And so that was like extremely important to me that she, you know, exuded those things. And it was like, and the fact that she was more beautiful on the outside, on the inside than she was on the outside, and she looked good on the outside too. So, you know, that's a bonus.
It was a perfect marriage.
You know what I'm saying? So it worked out.
Yeah. So I love the fact it definitely seemed as if faith is the center of y'all relationship.
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
And I asked you both before what was the qualities about each other, but it seemed like both of y'all did work with yourself first to be able to identify the qualities that the other one possessed. So before y'all got into the commitment, you allude to a little bit about your accountability. What about you? What was some of the things that you had to address first before you was even in a position to commit and to be like you are a husband now?
Yeah.
So what growth did you had to go through to be in a position to be like, I'm ready to be a husband? Because for the most part, I believe you have to be ready. And I can't speak for everyone, but for me, I realized I was at the threshold where I think I'm qualified and I'm able to stand in that position of being a husband. So what did you have to do to get there?
Love myself.
Okay.
I think that wasn't present in a lot of relationships I had before her. And I think that was the demise of those things, because those relationships, because I didn't put self first. You know what I'm saying? Or I didn't love self enough to have boundaries, enough to say, hey, this is what I don't go for. This is what I do go for. This is what I want. And I did a lot of compromising because I really didn't love self. You know what I'm saying? So like in that singleness, like, man, I thank God for all the situations where I got my heart broken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, spent some time in the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That self-evaluation. Like,
and, you know, sweating in the tears under the sweat. You know what I'm saying? But that was so good for my maturation, because like I was able to really, one, block out the noise and center myself with God, because I had moved away from that. You know what I'm saying? It's Him being the center of my life. And in that time, I was able to like block out the noise and just hear God. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And trust God more. I got into therapy, which was extremely important, breaking that stigma of, you know what I'm saying, black man, we gonna hold it out.
Yeah, hold it down. I don't need anyone. I can do it myself.
That's not a thing. Like,
you hear the vouch for therapy and stuff.
Bro,
I'm here for it too. I believe
most
therapy
definitely
is important for self and for your relationship.
Because you don't want to be bleeding on the person that you say you love. And that's what you go into a relationship with, these unhealed wounds. You bleeding all over this person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like because you haven't done the work to heal yourself. So do you really love that person if you know what I'm saying,
haven't done the work yourself?
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like, how can I really be capable of loving someone else if I don't love self?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because I got to model that within before I can really give it out.
And Savannah, you was able to identify that in him early on, that because you said you dated people and it wasn't right. So you saw him as a man who had put in the work for himself?
Absolutely. Just the fact that I was able to see in previous relationships, the guys that I were with, and I've had my fair share of experience.
Thanks for fumbling.
There was one point in time where I thought, okay, older guys were more mature, so let me take a chance with them. But it turned out they haven't done the work to self-heal. So regardless of what their age was, they weren't prepared. I wasn't meant to be in a relationship with them. I was in an abusive relationship for about 1.5 years. And even though I was able to hold myself accountable, to realize like I put myself in this situation, it still doesn't take away the blame from them, or it doesn't take away the responsibility of their actions. That, okay, you have healing to do. I noticed that from the beginning, but I just tolerated because I felt like I was in a relationship and I just wasn't going to get another one. I hadn't worked on myself, and I also was holding him back from working on himself because I tolerated so much of the wrong you did instead of holding you accountable. So once I saw that, okay, he's nothing like the guys that I've been with. He's actually taken the work to focus on himself. He's grown. He's developed. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is what I want. I don't want what I've had previously. I want something new. And he was my new thing. So.
I love it. That's awesome. So y'all met. Y'all, everything is going good. Now, did y'all move in together after dating? Like, how did that process to go? Because you're married now, so... Was you married? Did you live together before marriage, or did you live together after marriage? It was before marriage?
Yes.
So how was coexisting and living together? Because for me and my relationship, for me and Yon, that was one of the biggest indicators that this can be my wife. She came into my space. It was during COVID. and she left school, and she came and I'm crashing with you. I ain't going back home. I'm coming with you. And we was able to coexist. And I was like, yo, we can do things together. This is my wife. So what was it? Was that same thing for y'all? How explain that situation and living together and how it shaped and helped y'all get to marriage?
So I was in the period of transitioning from one household to living on my own. And that was also around the time that we had been, I would say, dating for a couple months at that time. In the previous household I was living in, I don't want to say drained, but people were dependent upon me a lot, financially, emotionally, physically. Like I was the person a lot of people depended on. And you always hear the saying, well, be a blessing to others. You'll receive that blessing in return. And I had to realize when it was time for me to move out that I was looking for a blessing that I was not getting in the form I wanted. He was the blessing that God was giving me. And I had to learn to shift from wanting to be independent to depending on the blessing that I was given. We harp so much about wanting something from God, and I had to open my eyes and see, like, you can't depend on yourself when God has given you somebody to depend on. Stop being selfish. Stop trying to be independent. You're not the man in the relationship. Learn to depend on him, because that's what he's there for.
Nice. And for you?
For me, I think that time period was important for validation for who I knew I could be as a man. Okay. I think I was, like she was saying, I had been independent on my own and not really in that space of can I be in that provider, protector role. And I think too, I had to learn the power of selflessness. And I think I had to unlearn selfish habits. And I think and not in the way you would think. Like, I think I had to unlearn selfish habits of particularly sharing the load. Like,
instead of I'm taking the burden of everything.
Yeah.
I can trust you.
Exactly. So that was big major for me in the process of us living together, was understanding that, like, okay, let me allow her to move in her role as my helpmeet. You feel me? Like, yeah, I'm provider, protector, but she's here for a reason too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I had to kind of die to my selfishness, my ego, and just like put that aside. As like she's also capable of helping me reach my purpose. Like, it's not, because I think sometimes people go into this, especially men, we go into this idea of marriage is like, okay, I'm taking on an additional responsibility. Yeah. Like, now this person, I'm solely responsible for this person. And it's like, but they're also responsible for you too. Like, you feel me? So letting go of my pride to allow her to step in and make my life easier. Because I'm not accustomed to that. Yeah. Like, I was always accustomed to, hey, my life is what I make it. Nobody's really, you know what I'm saying, making my life any easier. So I'll do what I got to do for me. For me, yeah. But it's like, let me step aside out of my pride and ego and allow her to, like, do what God sent her to do.
That makes sense. I definitely can attest to that. Like, just feeling like, yo, I have to take it on. You know, we do want to be all of that, but in being all that, it does mean taking a step back and then allowing your significant other to step up in that role. Like, to truly be a provider and protector is allowing the other one to protect and provide in their ability. You have the trust, you built it up. And so it seemed like, question, did y'all come from, was your parents together? Did you come from a split household? Did you see that growing up? Like, how did you identify certain things as you grew into this relationship?
So both of us yield from split households. Okay. As far as our bloodline, like, my father, he did remarry, so I did see an opportunity of, a marriage and a union. Yes. Right. But I think I did miss out on the opportunity to see what a long-lasting marriage looked like that I was the product of. Yeah. And then I think I looked at a lot of the relationships around me. They were some models, but then they were also some models of, like I said, what to do and also what not to do. Yeah. A lot of, old school I hate to be like this, but old school mentality of marriage where it's like you just deal with whatever, and we just gonna stay together the whole time. Granddaddy cheating on grandmama, but she stayed all these years, but that ain't. But I don't want to. Yeah, y'all still married, but y'all not living in the same house. Y'all sleeping in separate bedrooms.
And that's such a great point, because you hear a lot of people who are single say they want this old school traditional. I want my man like this. I want my woman like this. And I don't think they truly had those conversations with their elders about what they actually lived through. Yeah. Like, do you really want that? Because I don't think you can't put up with what they put up with, because you can't put up what you put up now.
Right.
Like, there's no fight for it. So I definitely glad that y'all was able to identify that. And what about you, Savannah?
So my mom and dad were not married. I didn't officially meet my dad till my sophomore year in high school, and my mom worked overseas. So I lived with my guardian, who I affectionately call my granny. She raised me, but I can say that I don't even want to call them wounds, because they've made me who I am. I guess just my childhood has shaped me into the woman I am in my marriage, because I don't want to give my kids the same upbringing that I had. I want to give them better than what I had. Regardless of what I went through or what I have or what I didn't have, I want my kids to know that there's more out there. You can have a lifestyle better than what I had.
So you said something about therapy. So did y'all have pre-marriage counseling prior to so how did that go? What did it show you that you needed to work on before actually saying I do?
I think it was more so affirmation.
Okay.
They were already making the right decisions. Having the right conversations. Mm-hmm. I think it scared. No, I don't want to say scared us, but surprised us when we were going through marriage counseling. It's like, dang, we already done talked about this. Mm-hmm. Like, we already done had this conversation. We already done had these tough, what the financial split gonna look like. What is the expectation for communication? What's the expectation for sex? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these conversations that we're having is like, okay, we're not too far off the ball, and it gave me more confirmation. Okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
That you've been going down the path the right way so far.
Exactly.
Nice. And what about you, Savannah? How did it shape you, and did it reaffirm, like he said, that you was actually doing things the correct way?
I definitely agree with him, but I do want to say it also showed me that, like, I'm joining the marriage that's meant for me, because a lot of those conversations that we were having, he was leading those conversations. Mm-hmm. And the fact that I had somebody that was leading those conversations for me, like, okay, God, this is the leader that you've given me in my marriage. So I know I'm making the right decision by standing up at that altar and marrying him.
Okay. Nice. And I guess it's safe to say you trust him as a leader. So
Absolutely.
What about him makes you trust him as a leader for you?
I've seen this man go to God for me. I've seen him deny himself so that God can literally step into our relationship. He's been, I don't know if he was going to say this, but he's been fasting. I'm talking about days without food. Going into the new year, he suggested or led us into a fast for 26 hours. Like, just seeing the man of God that he is, the way that he's leading me, the way God would want to, I'm genuinely see him loving me as God or Jesus loves the church. And that makes me more attracted to him every single day.
Beautiful, beautiful. So y'all are a fairly young couple, age and time. So for also the younger generation, people in their 20s, still seeking relationship, trying to maintain, and they may not have as much faith behind it. How can elaborate to them what faith means to you and how it helps the relationship? Because some people may not understand how leading by faith actually pulls your relationship together. So just try to help them understand, like, hey, this is what it did for me and how it helped me grow in my relationship.
My faith taught me as a woman of faith and as a woman of God, submitting to my husband is not for myself. Submitting to my husband is because that's what God tells me to do. And because I've grown in my relationship with God, and I respect and I love him, I'm going to follow whatever it is he tells me to do. So if submitting to my husband, moving myself out the way, having patience, loving him the way I'm supposed to means that's what I'm supposed to be doing, then I'm going to do it. There's no way around it for me.
There's no wavering in your beliefs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, like, so this ring that I have, I picked it out for a specific reason. It has the 3 braided cord on it. And so the 3 braids are God, myself, and my wife. And so that is my constant reminder of why I picked this ring, because that's what I want to live out every day. Right. So like, yeah, the Bible said to submit, but it talked to me first and tells me to love my wife, and then she'll submit to me. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I think for me, marriage is honoring first commitment to God.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of times people don't take marriage seriously because they don't fear God. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I stood up in front of friends and family and God and said, this is who I'm connecting myself to. So it's like, my fear of God is like, okay, you told God you gonna do this, so this is what you got to do, and be a man of your word.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so for me, that is why faith is so important, and seeking God and being the spiritual leader of my house is like, okay, I'm positioning myself to and aligning myself to what God has for us, but the favor come through her. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, the favor that God want to bless us with, it first comes with me. I got to be aligned with him. And then the favor that he has for us comes through me and comes out through her. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, a woman isn't just a conduit for physical birth. She a conduit for spiritual birth as well. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, but in order for that, the seed got to be right. You know what I'm saying? Whether that be physical or spiritual. And if my seed spiritually isn't right, then anything that's gonna come forth in our marriage it's not gonna be in alignment. So it's like, seeking that alignment with God is like extremely important. I think that's how you get through those tough situations. Like, I think there's a statistic out there that's like, couples who pray together or spend time with God together, their marriage lasts longer. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not just doing this on your own strength. Yeah. If you're trying to get through marriage on your own strength, you're gonna have a tough time. You feel what I'm saying? Because we got our individual, our flesh that's like, wants to,
so many things.
You know what I'm saying? Wants to be we want it our way. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, I have to also, so like, when I went to that altar, I died so we could live. So you know what I'm saying? It's like, we think about only thing we sometimes think about the symbolism of like what we do and why we do it. Like, an altar is where things go to die.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying?
In the same breath, once you say it's the rebirth
exactly
of that marriage, of that union.
So when I stood up there and I said those vows, I died.
Yeah. For
just as far as me, myself, and I, myself is ambitious, myself is game, my pride, it had to die so we could live.
So we could, your unionship for to grow. So I know you previously in our discussion before there was a conversation about timing. And so what does God timing look like in regards to your relationship? Because I know faith is really big in your relationship, and it definitely seems as if God's timing has played a role in everything.
Most definitely.
Because y'all seem connected throughout the years, but not there yet. So what about God's time that y'all feel it is that really have made this like a beautiful unionship?
Man. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
I think just like we mentioned before, just taking that time to work on ourselves and growing and developing as individuals. God was like, okay, I see them doing the work. They're ready for each other, because we could have crossed paths at any other time, but he did not allow it, because we simply we just weren't ready. And I think if we hadn't I know personally, if I hadn't taken that time to work on me and decided to jump into a relationship, that relationship was going to go downhill, because I just wasn't ready. I just simply had not done the work on myself.
And for me, I like to liken it to being in the gym. Like if you've never stepped in the gym a day in your life and you try to get on the bench and rep 225, that weight's gonna crush you. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I think God, he delays things in our timing, in his timing, so that we can grow. Because it's like if God really gave you what you asked for, it might crush you because you're not even developed to even handle the weight of what you're asking for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want $1 million, but like, do you have financial literacy to be able to know how to invest that and turn that million into two? Or are you going to squander it?
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, God ain't blessed me with this. God ain't blessed me with that. But it's like, have you been doing the work in his time to like really receive the weight of what he's asking you to take on?
And I think there are blessings that you may have missed because you was looking at other things. So you missed certain blessings. So you're not ready to receive the blessings that probably, I think a lot of time y'all did the work clearly before. So I think the timing is the fact that I've done the work.
Yeah.
You was ready. You didn't know you was ready until you was ready.
And I think that's the beauty of how God works is like like you said, like y'all, we've been alluding to, like if we had been in proximity with each other 2 years before, then we might have dropped the ball on the blessing. Because I know if she had met me 2 years before, like I said, I wasn't healed. So I would have squandered what God had for me because I wasn't ready. I wasn't doing the thing. And I think sometimes too is like, I think we gotta embrace those seasons of growth. And growth is uncomfortable. And I think oftentimes we want things when we want them because we want them in the comfort of the time zone we want them in. You know what I'm saying? And then like time breeds uncomfortability because now you have your inner thoughts about, you know what I'm saying, is this the right thing? Am I doing all the things that needs to be done? And it's like it gives you opportunity and space to like really depend on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And trust in his time because I mean he always gonna show up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's never when we want him to, but then when you think about it in hindsight, it's like dang, he showed up when he was supposed to. Because if he had did it earlier, then I wouldn't have been able to, you know what I'm saying? Or even failures. Yeah. Even things that you do beforehand and you like, man, God, like I wanted to do this, that, and the third. But then it's like, I put in the work. I put in everything. I put in, but the whole time, hey, these are the skills that you're going to need for when I get ready to give it to you.
Absolutely. You
know what I'm saying? In excess, you can handle it because you built these little skills in these moments of perceived failure. It was really just training ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's major. I love it. Yeah. I think you hit it on the nail on the head when in regards to like, you have skill sets. You can't apply them right now, but you have them though. And when the time is ready, that's when you apply them. Yep. I think it's important. And so, I mean, y'all been alluding to how y'all apply faith to your marriage.
Yeah.
What are certain things outside of faith, do you apply, like conflict resolution? We know you have the strong belief in God. You know you have the strong belief in your faith, and that binds you. But we're humans. We have our feelings. We have our emotions. So how do y'all handle the conflicts? Because you hear the saying growing up, hey, pray about it. You can't pray everything, Oh, yeah, you have to do the work
There's
yourself.
Some application.
Yeah, so what are the conflict resolutions that y'all have learned through just living together, pre-marriage counseling, your own therapy, and now just living together now, like have learned for conflict resolution? What are some things that you do? If there are conflicts, we say, of course we are, but some things aren't, but
I think the biggest thing and the most important thing, even though it's very cliche, communication. We were taught that we have to learn it's us against the problem and not the problem against one of us, and that somebody doesn't always have to be right. It's okay to disagree in certain situations as long as we're respectful and we can communicate about it. Then we don't need to drag it out. We don't need to do tit for tat. We don't have to be malicious. We're adults. We love each other. And this is my best friend. I don't want to walk around mad at him 24/7 just based off of one little petty argument. I can't even, I think maybe we've gotten into maybe 2 or 3 disagreements, and right now I can't even tell you what they were about. Because we talk about it and we go on about our day.
Yeah. I mean,
that's it.
She pretty much said it all, man. Just talking, communicating. I think communicate your boundaries, and if that person loves you like they say they love you, they're gonna respect those boundaries. Period. You know what I'm saying? And so I think just having that open dialogue and communication and developing trust is extremely important. Because I think, and especially sometimes as men, I know that sometimes we feel like we can't go to our wife and tell, or our girl and say, hey, this is what I'm feeling, out of perceived these standards of
societal norms and
pressures
that we
you know what I'm saying, of like just suck it up. You know what I'm saying? You a man, just go through it. But it's like, nah, like this woman, she has to live with me every day. So what I'm not saying, she feeling.
She gonna thank you.
You feel what I'm saying?
Vice
so it's
versa,
like, bro, I can't get away with nothing. I can't think. What you thinking about?
Bro, you're like, yo, I just sat on the couch.
I just kind of want to just stay in it by my. What you talk about?
Talk about it.
Like, I ain't trying to talk, but I love that because it's like I can't get away.
You can't sit in it.
Yeah, I can't. She won't let me sit in it.
Yeah, I love it.
You know what I'm saying? So we gonna have those conversations. So just like create that open dialogue and that open safe space, judgment free zone. And I think there's nothing I'm not gonna share with her. I'm extremely vulnerable with my wife, and I know that is another hot button issue, that V word, being vulnerable.
Yeah,
but it's like it's extremely important because do you really know me if I'm not opening myself up to you? And then now we down the line with so many issues. It's like, well, you did this. Well, that's because 5 years ago, I've been feeling like this, that, and the third. And it's like, but all it took was a conversation when you start seeing that manifest that week.
You didn't have to wait 5 years to bring it up. And I think you said something earlier, and I think it's important. The boundaries. Before you got truly in a relationship, you said you start setting your own boundaries. And I'm sure you start setting some own boundaries yourself to prep yourself and be ready for the relationship. So in regards to the boundaries y'all set, you also said y'all communicate. I think there's also alignment in that y'all pray. I think that all kind of coincides together. So
and I think mutual respect plays a role too, because it's like, because I have mutual respect, I'm able to, like I say, respect those boundaries.
Yes,
because I respect you as an individual enough to say, okay, she got a good enough head on her shoulders to where she got this boundary. It's for a reason.
And that was so my question. Yeah. So for you, how was it telling him like, hey, babe, I love you, but these are my boundaries. These are what I want. And how was it for you to receive her saying like, whatever the situation may be, like, damn, this is what I wanted, but this is what she expect. Like, was there any fear in letting him know like, these are my boundaries? And how did you take? Because sometimes, it's like, damn, this is how I want it. And it is an adjustment, especially coming from being selfish. Like, oh shit, I can't have it my way.
Right.
If there was any hesitation, it's hesitation from previous relationships. But once I felt like I was in a safe enough space with him to have those conversations, after that day, anything I had to say, it came out. It flowed easily for me. I wasn't scared, because he respects whatever it is I have to say. He doesn't criticize me for it. He doesn't make me feel embarrassed. He truly is my safe space.
Beautiful.
And I think for me, it's humbling yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be too prideful. You got to be open. You got to be, and like I said, like, I respect her enough to know that you got this boundary for a reason. But I think also it's okay to do the homework. So it's like, okay, so what led to the creation of that boundary? And it's okay to just not follow it's okay to not follow the boundary blindly. It's okay to ask follow-up questions. Like, okay, why is that a trigger point for you? Because you could tell me, hey, I don't like it when you come up and grab me from behind. what's the big deal with that? Like, why would you? But then it's a whole nother story behind the layer as to why this is a trigger for me. And it's like, in my mind, coming up behind you and giving you a hug. Like, but that ain't the same for her.
But I had to push the boundary and ask why, not to be disrespectful, because you thought it was a normal gesture,
right?
Whatever. But now that you know, it changed the dynamic.
And as an educator, something that I've learned is like, rationale is so important for people to understand things. Because it's like sometimes, like when you're just banking information and just giving information, it's like, I want to give my students the space to be like, why? Because it's like, if you don't have rationale behind something, you just banking facts. You're not critically thinking about anything.
Yeah.
So it's like the opening the space to have rationale. And it's okay because, like, I think also in the Black community, we grew up, well, why I got to do it? Because I told you to. I said
no rhyme or reason behind it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like that leads to us not expressing or feeling the need to express why I have this certain boundary or why I act this way, because I just do. And it just is what it is. But that's not fair to the person you with. Like, you need to be able to unpack that thing and be like, okay, yeah, this boundary is here because. And then that allows that person to be closer to you. Because it's like, dang, like you've opened, I had no idea. And so now
I've given you this safe space. You see now how vulnerable they are with you. It just grows your attachment. It grows your bond. It strengthens it. And you alluded to earlier, he's your best friend. So you want to be able to have those conversations about anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't feel any judgment. Be able to express myself. And what I had to learn, it's not always for me to give a solution to what it is. I just need to be a sounding board. I need to just be able to open my ears, listen to what she has to say. It's not me being the big bro, big lover, home. It's just listen, shut it up. My mind is, I got a solution. I can tell you my solution, not your solution. And so I think that's important that you allow the safe space for that.
And I think sometimes as men, that's our programming is problem solving.
Always. Yeah.
So it's like, we not sitting in the emotion of it all. We just like, okay, this your issue. Let me find this situation. But sometimes he's like, I just want to feel.
And you know.
So learning that is like, okay, you feel. Got it. I think
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That balance now of, I've been married going on 4 years, been together 10. And sometimes I feel like, do I feel too much? But it's like, no. And I think it's important. A lot of single people like, I want a super feminine woman. I want a super masculine man. I'm like, no, I love that my wife can be.
I want a person.
Yeah, person. Because she can be manly or however you want to. But no, she can stand up and do it. And then I can be in my feelings for a moment. Sorry, I'm human.
Yeah.
But she don't.
Not gonna judge me and
I'm not gonna take her
weaponize that.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna take her stepping up and doing it as a threat to my manliness, because it ain't. Right, so
because brother be tired. So I've been tired of holding on my shoulder. So
I don't want to fight today.
If you take it today, that's cool with me. Yeah. I'll pick it back up tomorrow. But today, I just need to unload, and that's fine.
And that's beauty, and when you finally start doing it, like, damn.
I've been holding out.
It's some peace over here. Like, I'm just chilling. I ain't got no worries today. So I guess y'all have a beautiful relationship to where sometimes you can take that load from him. I know you say he's the leader, but are there moments where you lead, and are you okay with her leading if there are any moments?
I feel like we balance each other out in a very healthy way. When there are certain moments where I feel like he is overwhelmed or just tired or drained from the day, I don't mind picking it up because I know he would do the same thing for me. So why not? Like, I love him enough to say that, okay, you rest, you take this, and I'll take this today. So
I think there's power in letting people operate in their zone of genius. So it's like for instance, financially, that's that in our relationship. That's my zone of genius. Like I'm all okay. Roth IRA investments. This is what we do. This is how we do it. And then her zone of genius is just like feeling yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm just like really worried about the logistical things, she's like, you're not feeling and being human. Like let's bring it back, robot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And so it's like
touch the grass for a second.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think there's beauty in us. Like ultimately, yeah, she respects me as the leader, but I think the power of true leadership is delegation. True leaders know how to delegate and how to empower the people that they are leading.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like a leader isn't just I'm taking it all on myself and I'm all the responsibility. It's like no, like I'm helping to differentiate the load, and I know a true leader surrounds themselves with people that are smarter than them in certain areas or have certain levels of expertise that they don't have. So it's like I have no problem with that because if I want to win, like. If I'm fielding a baseball team and I know I can't pitch,
I need an A1 pitcher. I need my ace.
You know what I'm saying?
And she's your ace.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I equate it like this. I think there's a beautiful balance that me and my wife have. I'm the leader of my household. There's no question about it.
Yeah.
But at the same breath, if we win because of her. And if we lose because of me. She may not agree, but that's how I view it. Because there's something I could have done to make sure now she's gonna support me in the loss, of course, but I will take on that burden of the L as the leader. But when we win, no, it's you because I couldn't win without you. Period. There's no winning without you. No matter how good of a leader I am, I need my ace. I need my Steph Curry. I need my Patrick Mahomes. Sports analogy, I need that. And we all do. So I think as leaders, you have to understand, like you said, how to delegate and sometimes how to be like, yo,
it's not my strength.
It's not my strength. It's a team cap. This is yours. And I'm going to support you from the sideline. Yeah.
Right behind you. Because like another area zone of genius for her is just like, I'm great with ideas.
She applies.
She execution.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I be having all these, and that's what I'll talk about too. Just like
the balance,
the how God is so good because the woman, so much is birthed through her, not just physically. Like it's just like so many ideas that I had this idea of like such, and I'm just saying it, passing in the wind. Then next thing I know, okay, so I have this happening. I took these notes about how we're gonna execute this, and this could be that. And so like now I'd be like, dang, if I share an idea with her, like I know we about to go ahead and do this, man. Yeah, exactly. So like that is definitely her zone of genius for us. Is like because I have an idea. And I
gonna stay,
but if she get wind of it,
it's time to apply.
Oh man,
yes, that's
it's happening.
I love it. So children, so y'all, how long y'all been married? Let's let the people know when did y'all get married?
Three months now. We just celebrated 3 months.
3 months. All right, so 3 months. Is children in the future? Do you plan on having children? How soon? Do you want to continue the honeymoon phase first? No pressure, of course.
Yeah, right. Just
want to see holistically.
No, we plan on having children.
Okay.
We plan on a family. How big it is, we're trying to work through that. But no, like we definitely plan on having a family, like we said, because we want to create that family, that nuclear family that we didn't get to experience. Like we want to definitely create that and manifest that. Yeah. But I also think there's power in planning for that. Yeah. Now, of course, whatever happens.
Yes.
Everything is in God's timing.
Of course.
Idealistically. But, we like to have some space to, grow and develop as a union first.
Yes.
Because I think when children come into the picture, it doesn't work if we don't focus on our marriage first. Mm-hmm. And I think oftentimes, which I saw this beautiful illustration, this man had his family come up and he's like, okay, y'all stand together as a family. So then the mom was on this side, the two kids was in the middle, and the dad was on this side. And he was like, see, now it's all wrong. Y'all got the kids in the middle of y'all. You got to be standing beside your husband, and then the kids fall in line from there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's a business hierarchy. I hate to be like that, but like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like there's an understood, hey, this is the top of the food chain. And mm-hmm. the rest of it, we have to be in accord for the rest of it to work.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think these first couple of years of marriage, I definitely want to create a firm foundation so that when our kids come, it's like they can really see me continuing to chase after my wife and her continuing to chase after me
and appreciate the chase.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so still trying to develop that cadence to where when kids come in the picture, it's not. I was focusing on the baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, nah, like I'm focusing on my wife first,
Mm-hmm.
and them kids gonna get taken care of.
the kids gonna get taken care of,
'Cause I'm
and
focused.
the overall life of the kids is gonna be better because we good.
We are,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes, I can't wait.
Anything you
Yeah.
want?
You got that one. I'm gonna let you have
Well,
that
then
one.
I got one for you. Then fears of the future. What are some fears, if any, that you may have for the future, especially since y'all are newly married? And marriage is beautiful. So, but what fears that you may have for the future?
I think for me is, while I want to give our kids a better lifestyle than we had, I also have to remember that there's no such thing as perfect parents. I also have to remember to not get lost in motherhood, because I know me, when I'm into something, I'm all in it. I forget about everything else. And I don't want it to be that way. I still want to remember that I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm an aunt. While I'm a mother, I still need to take that time out for me to continue to grow and develop as a person. Or without that, I don't want my kids to see me just removing myself away from everything else that I love while trying to give them everything that they deserve. I think I just have to remind myself that there needs to be a balance.
Yeah, it definitely have to be a balance. Yes, and like you said, it's all on God's timing. And it was God's timing for y'all to come on the couch today and be the very first couple on Couples Unscripted. I'm so happy that y'all came. It was an awesome time. Thank y'all so much for sharing y'all story, for
Been a pleasure.
having a conversation, sitting on the couch and gracing the couch.
It's a comfy couch, by the way.
Yes. It's awesome. I love it. And before we go, Savannah, I know you have certain youth groups.
I actually have a nonprofit that's called Bringing Faith to Families. I do community outreach, mainly around the holidays, but we're trying to get more into the community throughout the whole year. And I also have a gifting business where I do gift baskets, and I also do chocolate covered treats. I am on Instagram at Bringing Faith to Families Incorporated and Gifted Creations and Occasions.
Most definitely. All of that, I'm always helping.
This is my right hand man.
With all of that. But also I'm in a season of rebranding right now. But I got some stuff that's definitely coming about in the educational space, in the clothing space as well. So for now, you can just follow me at Primetime X, and from there you'll see all what I'm cooking up. But it's definitely some stuff coming in the future, because
those plans he told me
right.
about.
I love it.
So yeah, she's gonna be on me, so they'll be out soon.
Yes. So thank y'all so much for gracing the couch. Again, this is season 2 of Couples Unscripted. We have couples on the couch, and I'm excited. Thank y'all for coming here, Xavier and Savannah. It was a pleasure. Y'all tune in, Couples Unscripted, Couples on the Couch. Let's go.